Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Gooley, and let's talk about fucking Alone in the Dark, okay? Uh, my ex-girlfriend played this, and
My weapon broke!
ah, uh, she was not a fan, to say the least. But I would say the reason because of that, is because she had a thing for the old one. The one that was on I guess PC like way back in the day, like the first Alone in the Dark, and she would talk about the suit of armor chasing you and shit. But my only experience with Alone in the Dark before this would be the New Nightmare, which I played on PlayStation 1. And I remember my dad was in the hospital, and it was actually 9/11 had just happened, man. It was on the PlayStation 1, and I enjoyed it. I actually really liked it. The only thing I didn't like about it was that it, uh, like at the end, there was like a big thing, like a device or some kind of thing you had to put together, right? And, it fucking required like 30 pieces or some shit. Hey, I'm trying to get the bullets. It was like 30 pieces, right? And, if I hadn't had a fucking, Prima guidebook, I don't know how the fuck I would have ever got all the fucking pieces to actually beat the game. Really? It's like that? Okay.
This
What
must be
I'm
Miss Jackson's place. Let's see if we can find out more about Jeremy's talisman.
Yeah, let's do that. What I'm noticing about this game, the new one, is it's not bad. I really like the atmosphere. The sound design is great, in case you didn't hear when the zombie or whatever the fuck it was came at me. That sound design was, very good spike of adrenaline there. God damn it. Hey, look at me. Yeah, okay, my ex-girlfriend, she gave this a horrible score. She's a game reviewer, but she said that, she loved detective games, and I guess the detective atmosphere or mechanics in this were not as good as, let's say, The Sinking City, okay? Um, but me, I like detective games, but it has to be good. There has to be more to it. I'm struggling to even think of a detective game that I like. Oh, God, what was it called? Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium was a very detective game, and I loved it. She told me Call of Cthulhu was really good. I don't know. Had the guy's voice actor that did Vampire, and I thought he was good. He really sounded like somebody from the 1920s. But the
It
atmosphere in
looks
this
exactly
is
like Jeremy's talisman.
pretty palpable. Sound design is good. The combat at first, when I first did the combat, an old talisman shaped over centuries, the engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old, but the base could be from antiquity. The polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish and occasionally gives the impression of hiding picture. So, um, the combat is very God. It's fucking. The first thing
I
I
think it's hard to hold
noticed
the talisman.
was that it was very janky, right? The combat was super fucking janky in my opinion. But the more I did it,
I'm not sure what numbers I should use. Maybe there's
it
something in Jeremy's notes.
the more it wasn't that bad. Look for the number combination on talisman schematics in your inventory. Oh, dude. Yeah, I remember I heard a reviewer online talking about this, and he said that finding the actual fucking the answer to this was like really difficult. But it just feels like I don't know, man. Compared to like Alan Wake 2, it's very janky. Okay, notes. let's see how the detective works in this. Jeremy's warning. That's not it. Talisman schematics. 2, 3, and something else. 3, 5. Not where I want it to be, but it's a start. 3, 5, 8. Is it 3, 5, 8? Let's try it. Okay. No. 3. 5. Hold up, man. 3. 5. 8. No. There we go. That wasn't that difficult. He said it was all hard and shit.
Where is that?
Well, that wasn't hard to figure out. Why did he say it was so difficult? I don't know. That's cool. There's a bunch of incense in the skull. So the imagery and stuff is pretty cool. And, you know, it being a Lovecraftian horror taking place in the 20s, just like Lovecraft wrote, you know, I like it. I'm into it.
Good to see you again, Miss Hartwood.
But look at
Mrs.
that.
Thompson told me you were here.
Did you see how
She
it
also
cut?
alerted me that you brought a detective with
It's
you.
fucking
Very
weird,
curious to hear
man.
what this is all about. You don't remember me, do
It's
you,
so
Miss
janky.
Hartwood? We met at your family's house in the Garden District. when your
Cutscenes
uncle
aren't
was about to
bad.
be admitted under my care.
No, I remember. Sorry. I'm not really feeling well.
Really, bitch.
Well, in that case, have a seat. Let me make you a drink. I don't seem to have made much of an impression on you. On the other hand, I can vividly recall you and your parents.
Because
I'm
of
not
your cheerful
exactly
disposition,
sure.
I'm sure.
You know, I can't really
Your
put my
heart's
finger on
intelligent to think that.
what it is that's
you come
wrong.
from a joyless family, Miss
Even though the
Hartwood.
cutscene
The only
seems
amusement I
okay,
took from my visit was discovering
like-
that the young lady's drink was an old.
maybe the lighting engine is off.
Very
The character
astute.
models aren't
Is
bad.
that supposed to make you seem attentive or intelligent?
Whatever you prefer.
Can't really.
Are
I
you
don't
ready
know.
to tell me why
It's just
you are
fucking
here,
weird.
Miss Hartwood, and why you brought a detective?
But
I received a letter from my uncle. He seemed certain that he was in danger here. If I found out your
really,
true
my
name,
brain
I
is
would take
struggling
you
to
with
figure out
me
what the fuck is wrong with this
Really?
game. It just
Is he
doesn't
going to
feel
live with
right.
you in your tiny garçonniere?
In the
That
same
would be
way
a
that, like,
spectacular way to
Dark
ratify
Souls
your
2
sweet
didn't
story.
feel right, you know?
Because you are well aware that your father would never let him back in his house. No,
She
have it.
said,
Maybe you can bring him back up north.
she said
You've
the
been wanting to
story
move back for
wasn't
quite a
very
few
good.
years, haven't you?
I don't know yet.
You always preferred your mother's side of the family.
I like that you get to go into your uncle's
Jeremy is
memories.
free to leave
That's pretty
with you.
cool.
I won't object. However, there is one problem, as you might have learned. He is, in fact, missing.
There's a lot of
Do you know
ammo, a
where
lot
to
of
find
health. I haven't
No,
had any problem
I'm
with
afraid I
that.
don't.
The enemies
I
do
have
do a
my
lot of
staff waiting
damage.
for him.
Like 4
I'm sure
hits
he
from a
will show
regular
up
zombie and you're dead.
Especially if he learns that you are here.
That's pretty
is
typical
quite
though.
fond
From like
of
Resident Evil, if you take a few
What can you tell me
bites or
about his
hits, you're
condition?
done.
I never heard a proper diagnosis.
Who
What is your
is that?
medical opinion of
I know
him?
she's an actor, but
Well,
she looks
let
fucking
me
weird.
think.
Is she French?
He is an anxious man.
British?
Depressed.
Mm.
He suffers from a perceived lack of order in his inner and outer life.
Don't
he
we
constantly
all?
complains about events not presenting themselves according to their divine nature.
Yeah.
In the Dark Man?
Hard to tell if it was ever anything specific. Jeremy uses the Dark Man as a psychological scapegoat to avoid facing the truth that he is in any way at fault.
Yo, this
You don't think
cutscene
there
is
can be
hella
any truth to the
long.
Dark Man's
I can't believe they
supernatural
got
existence?
people as famous as
Why
these
would you ask
actors
that?
to play the
I-
main characters.
Can we ever be sure?
If the Dark Man is some sort of evil presence that is in possession of
I
Jeremy,
really did like New
Well,
Nightmare.
I assure you,
I played
any
that other
evidence that you
one,
experience supporting that claim is
the one that was on the
purely
PS3, but I
Don't get caught
barely
up in
consider that an
mass
Alone in the Dark game. It
You
was
wouldn't want to
fucking
take your
horrible,
uncle's
dude.
place in this
It was
hospital,
so bad.
would you?
Wait a minute.
I'll be leaving now, Doctor.
Wait a
I need to
minute.
keep looking for my uncle.
You played
Do
Edward
so, Miss
Carnby
Hathaway.
in that Alone in the Dark
I'll
on the
let you know if he shows
PS3, and it
up.
took place nowadays. And the detective in this is Edward Carnby back in the 20s. I don't understand, dude. I guess just different iterations.
Detective Carnby. God, I'm glad to see you. I was afraid you had left.
I think her
Really?
nostalgia
You're the one who just
blinded her.
It's hard to explain. I think I blacked out. It was like I went somewhere else.
You did go
It's
somewhere
okay,
else.
miss. You're clearly upset.
No, I don't know what's happening.
This is a very stressful situation for you. I understand.
Ugh, no, you don't.
He
understand.
actually has a very good video
Why
game
don't you sit down,
voice.
smoke some of the Perique. If you want, I could even drive you back to
Perique?
New Orleans. I just want to have a talk with Dr. Gray first.
I want
Yeah,
to
I
stay.
like that it's in New
I found a
Orleans.
talisman just like the one in the painting.
I like a lot of things.
think
I like
might
the
be able to
setting,
figure out where
and I do like the
Tarawea is,
game.
where
But
Jeremy
like,
wanted to go.
if you notice the
great.
way
Just stay out of
it
trouble,
cut
okay?
from
Let
gameplay
me
to
handle the
cutscene, it was
investigation.
off. And look at his face. Did you see his beard? It looks
I'm not
fucking
crazy,
weird.
detective. Not yet.
Okay, catch you later.
Okay, catch you later. Fuck you, dude. God, you know what it's kind of reminding me of? That one
If
fucking
a talisman
game.
like this can open up doors between the French
Oh,
Quarter
man.
and Dorsetto, then maybe Jeremy is hiding in some strange other world.
Fucking, what's
Tarawea.
it called?
The place
What was
you
that
mentioned in
game
the book.
called?
No matter where he is, it's clear that my search won't be
Um,
limited to Dorsetto.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Damn, what was it called? Sanity's Requiem. Eternal Darkness. It reminds me of that in the way that you... Where am I? Where's my character at? I can't fucking tell. Grand Parlor. Dining room. I don't know, I give up.
I need the key.
Man, come on, dude. This place has way too many keyholes. It kind of reminds me of Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, in the way that, like, you're constantly leaving the mansion to go to other places, and then you find things there that open the...
I need
Except,
the key.
it was better in that game, because you, like, you know, you would get spells that let you go to other places, which was cool. Where's room 6? Oh, it's upstairs. Mezzanine. Yeah, but overall it's okay. It's not an awful game. It's just fucking... it's just off, man. It just feels off. It just does not feel right, you know? Too many goddamn puzzles. Rorschach. There's nothing even on it. You call that a Rorschach test? Oh god, this place is full of books. It's like I'm gonna be spending the next 10 minutes listening to people fucking talk. But I'll admit, the voiceovers, the dialogue, really good. The whoever recorded the dialogue in
sturdy.
this
Y'all not
did
be
an
opening this.
amazing job. I can't, uh-oh. I'm about to just look up online what the fucking puzzle, or what the, shit is. Wonder what's even in there. Is it a cool gun or something? Patient files. View.
Cassandra Beauregard, the beloved author. Very exciting, isn't it? what do you want to put down for reason for admission?
What her agent told us. Cassandra suffers from a writer's block.
See,
and
don't it
needs to
sound
finish her
good?
moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Chardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career.
And how should we summarize her personal history?
I
Let's
never
keep it
liked
short.
barbiturates.
Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom.
I was an opiate
5
addict, but
years ago, she
barbiturates
tried
never
killing
did
herself
shit
by
to
jumping
me.
off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple, and now relies heavily on her wheelchair.
Oh, Lord.
And for diagnostic impressions?
Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. She self-administers morphine
Well, no
to keep
shit.
herself ambulant, but has become addicted.
She
and the
jumped
desired
off a
effect is
balcony
now
and
lost.
busted her lower
The drug
half.
abuse clouds her mind, and she is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out the gaps in her own thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome.
Oh, bravo, Doctor. How will you treat her?
Well,
Well,
first of all, she needs to be
anyway, you know, I
I
might make another video
Then
on
looking
this.
to
I doubt it.
permanently
I
numb
mean,
the
I
pain
don't
in
know
her
if the
through
game is
surgery.
really gonna get any better or
Finally,
not,
deal
but
with her suicidal
just
thoughts.
thought I'd let y'all know my
Fantastic.
thoughts on it.
With such
It's
a short
okay.
time before June, I really hope she gets better soon.
We will do what we can.
I like where their hearts were at, you know. And for me, people being inspired to make something is far better than, you know, soulless cash grabs like Horizon Forbidden West. I'll gladly take something like this over that. Anyway, hope y'all enjoy this short ass video. Stay nerdy. Hey.